And ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a new video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for the new content. So this is part 2 of the Tesla build. This thing is turning out really nice. So you've seen kind of concept what we're going to do with the A-pillars, and we got the A-pillars wrapped up as far as inside the car, and we painted the actual grills. So if you look here, we actually have the Focal tweeter in there and the Focal mid behind the grill. It's painted black to match the interior, and it turned out really well. I mean, it's really super nice from the standpoints of what we did, and these tweeters actually sound really good, and the drivers sound really good at the specific crossover points we use. So let's take a look at the amp rack. So in this car, we did a boatload of power. We did 2 5-channels and a monoblock, and everything running off the Bet1 HD. So what it did in this car is we put the 2 5-channels under here, so you got 1 5-channel here and the other 5-channel there, and then we put the monoblock to run the subs here, and there's the subs right there. So the whole system is basically Utopia. So 3-way front, tweeter mid bass, 8s in the doors, and a 2-way rear, 6.5 in tweeter in the rear, and everything's fully active. So in this system we ran this particular amp is running the front tweeters and the front mid and the left mid bass. Okay, that's 1 5-channel, and these are all going to be the Mosconi amplifiers, every one of them. And this one here is running the rear tweeter and the rear mid and the right mid bass, and then you have your Mosconi amp here running the subs. And the way the system is wired is, like I said, full active. The subs are ran in series, so we had them at 2 ohms, then we ran them in series because it's plenty of power in this car. And as in the last video, we showed that we deadened the doors, and everything came out solid on that side. I'll show you what the door looks like, the back doors look like. And so we also running Audison's Bet1 HD Virtuoso. We put the DRC back here because the customer, I mean, we honestly didn't think the customer wanted to be able to switch channels, and he's kind of a different customer from the standpoint of what we normally do. I wouldn't say normally, but everything's gonna be hidden. So there's gonna be a panel that covers up this entire rear end, and everything's gonna be completely hidden. But everything, you can obviously see the subs, and you're gonna see the A-pillars. But this customer is a little different. Now, like what we do with most customers is they're looking for soundstage and imaging and dynamics and control. And this particular customer said, you know what I want? I want it to sound like headphones, which I'm like, headphones? What are you talking about? So in order to do headphones or to give them that type of sound, we basically did, we took all the time alignment away from it. And when you take away time alignment on the system itself, it changes the way it images. Now with the Bet1 HD Virtuoso, you can move the staging to the center of the car by just clicking on a little button. And what we basically did was we took away all time alignment from the standpoints of the system itself. So there's no left distance, no right distance, there's no those distances. And so at that point, what I did, I should say, is we EQ'd the tweeter right, tweeter mid, and we did it in parametric mode, and we did the mid bass. So when we EQ'd the entire right side front, and then we did the left front, the entire left front, and then we do the right rear, and then the left rear, with the tweeter being as close to your earpiece. It's not, like I said, you'll find most guys won't dial in the system based on that, but they'll basically make it work with time alignment, and it doesn't affect what you can hear on this ear because the tweeter's so close. But in this case, the customer wanted that tweeter illusion. He wanted me to actually put the tweeter in the B pillar, or even in the headliner. But as most of you know, most cars today have airbag curtains, so that wasn't happening. So we basically put the tweeter in the door, which the car doesn't come in a factory tweeter. It comes in this particular car, it's a base package. So it had front tweeter, it had front mid bass, and it had rear speakers, and it also had some rear speakers in the rear package tray. And those speakers are still hooked up. They're EQ'd pretty nicely. So as you can see in the system, there's your Focal subs right there. And there's gonna be a cover panel, like I said, that covers all this up. Now we're waiting on some other parts just to wrap it up. And then what I'll do, I'll let you listen to it the way it sounds with what we got currently going on. And then you give me you tell me what you think. 2 subs, Utopias, 3-way front active, 2-way rear active when we put the tweeter there. Like I said, ideally we'd be there, but there's no actual location out there without doing some super modifications for the customer. But the tweeter's there and the mid bass is there. And then what we'll do is we'll fire it up and see what it sounds like. So let's play it and see what it sounds like.
I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit your fist, but it hit the fan when I got him down and pinched. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these hoes, cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way you pay the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she pays tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet. I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe. That's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let them take my soul.
And with that, the car's a wrap to some degree. We just got to pop the rear panel on because we have a cover panel that goes on. It's completely blocked off. You can't see anything. And then we just got to wait for our laps to come in. And this car is done. Like I said, Vocal 3-way, tweeter mid combo, 8-inch in the door, 2-way active in the rear, 6.5 Utopia, and then 2 Utopia 10s flanking each other in the boxes, custom boxes. 2 5-channel Mosconi 5-channel amps, 1 monoblock, and a Bit 1 HD. Right off the stock head unit. Peace.